the procession, starting with the Senate procession led by the Director, Academic Affairs, Mrs. Terobadi, followed by the Director of the Office of Linkage and International Partnership, Mr. Adedayo Adeyemi, Director, Entrepreneurship Studies, Dr. Mrs. Adepeju Adigo, Director of Global Affairs and Sustainable Development Institute, Professor John Agbodifo, Director of SciWest, Director of Quality Assurance, Professor Amos Popola, Professor Holu Israel Oyewole, Dean Faculty of Computing and Information Technology, Professor Kenneth Akombi, Dean Faculty of Agriculture, Dean Faculty of Basic and Applied Sciences, Professor Adebisi, Dean Faculty of Liberal Studies, Professor Hatere Provost, College of Science, Engineering and Technology, Professor Murufu Olayola, Provost College of Earth Sciences, Professor Ademon, Provost College of Agriculture, Provost College of Management and Social Sciences, Professor Akin Salah, Provost College of Education, and Chairman Committee of Provost Deans and Director, Professor Florence Yusu, the University Librarian, Dr. Adewi, the University of Osa, Akitayo Lasisi, the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration and Development, Professor Afiz Adefemi, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Research, Innovation and Partnership, Professor Adetuju Lawrence Kende, the University Registrar, Mrs. Saxinuken Aposete Oguntole, the 23rd Inaugural Lecturer, Professor Olushe Abiola, and the Vice Chancellor of this Institute Academic Learning, Professor Oduale Clement Adeboye. Ocean State Anthem.
Yeah. community, honored guests, and other students. Today is another moment of great significance in the history of our university. A very special day that we have the Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of our Council gracing this occasion. Can we please appreciate the Chairman? Today marks another fresh chapter in our university's academic journey. With this enduring realization and enthusiasm, permit me to humbly request the presence of our visionary and exceptional Vice Chancellor, Professor Odunayo Clement Adeboye. Thank you very much. To formally declare the 23rd inaugural lecture of our esteemed institution open on this auspicious day, Wednesday, January 15, 2025. The Vice Chancellor.
In the name of the Governing Council, the Senate and other stakeholders of this university, I hereby declare this 23rd inaugural lecture opened. Thank you. May I, in the name of the Council of this university, require Professor Oluseyi Oladapo to do exactly as I do now. Stand up on his 2 feet. Seyi Agbono, as we call him, is a renowned academic, an expert in the field of food science and technology. He has established himself as a leading figure in this field of study. He began his academic journey as a teaching assistant in the Department of Food Science and Engineering at the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogumoso, Oyo State, Nigeria, in 2002, and got promoted to the position of Lecturer 2 in 2006, before he transferred his services to the new Oyo State University in 2007. That was at the inception of this university. He is a foundation and pioneer staff of this university. Through his dedication, perseverance, and hard work, he rose through the ranks to become full professor in October 2021. No doubt, Seyi, as we call him, has demonstrated a commitment to academic excellence and research. His expertise in food science and technology has been recognized nationally and internationally. And this is recently attested to by his appointment as a member of a distinguished group of experts put together by the Association of African Universities, which is the Africa's intercontinental higher education body, to coordinate the activities of agro-processing and food networks across African sub-region. In his new role, he will serve for a 3-year term, which started November 10, 2024, and will participate in the network's activity in the 5 regions of the continent: the North, the South, the East, the West, and Central Africa. His research interests encompass the analysis of environmental contaminants, food processing techniques, and the nutritional composition of various agricultural products. His recent publications reflect a commitment to addressing pressing environmental and health issues. He is reputed to have won the institution-based research grant funded by TED Fund in 2013 and 2020 to investigate nutritional profile of Ipomia batatas, sweet potato, and Xanthosoma saccifolium cocoyam. And the second research was on bioactive potential of Azadirachta indica, the neem tree popularly called dongoyaro. Notably, his work on the sources, toxicology, and ecological risks of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs as we call them in chemistry, in the sediments of Oshogo-Taurus River highlights the intersection of environmental sciences and public health, similar to environmental impact assessment. Additionally, is exploration of the optimization of color analysis. In microwave dried tomatoes, using the Tajushi technique demonstrates a keen interest in enhancing food security and food quality and processing efficiency. His contributions to the understanding of the bioactive compositions of Nigerian leaf vegetables further underscore his dedication to promoting local agricultural practices and nutritional awareness. Sheyer's research also delved into the effects of heavy metals as contaminants on aquatic life, showcasing his multifaceted approach to environmental health. In addition, his academic pursuits, Sheyer has been involved in significant and grant-funded initiative research, which underscores his engagement with both scientific communities and collaborative projects. His works continue to influence both academic circles and practical applications in agriculture and environmental management. Abianos distinguished himself as an administrator with his ability to maintain a crisis-free student affairs unit during his 4 consecutive years as Dean of Student Affairs of the Osun State University. The system is good. On this note, it is my pleasure to present to members of council present here, Senate, and our friends from different places, Professor Sheyer, to present the 23rd inaugural lecture of this university titled The Deaths in Our Foods and Our Wide Consumptions, the Romance in Between. 23rd inaugural lecture of Osun State University. Professor Sheyer, please.
Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research Innovations and Partnerships, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration and Development, Registrar and other principal officers, members of the University Council here present, provosts of colleges, deans of faculties, directors of centers and units, heads of departments, members of Senate, members of academic staff, members of administration and technical staff, family and friends, distinguished guests, articulate students of Osun State University, people of the fortress, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I praise the Lord God Almighty, who made this day possible by keeping all of us alive and well. He nurtured each of us from cradle to where we are today, and in Him we live and move, and have our being. Indeed, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I want to sincerely appreciate you for the approval given to me for the delivery of the 23rd inaugural lecture of this great university, the 9th in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology, the 7th in the Faculty of Basic and Applied Sciences, and the very first in the Department of Food Science and Technology. Distinguished Chairman and guests, the title of this inaugural lecture is premised on the biblical evidence on food contamination, as recorded in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4, verse 38 to 41. When Elijah went back to Gilgal, there was a famine in the country. One day, while the disciples of the prophet were meeting with him, he told his servant, put a large pot on the fire and cook some stew for the disciples of the prophet. One of them went into the field to gather vegetables and found a wild wine. He filled his clothes with wine gas. Then he called them into the pot of stew without knowing what they were. Verse 40. He dished out the food for the men to eat. As they were eating the stew, they cried out, there is death in the pot. Man of God. So they couldn't eat it. Elijah said, bring some flour. He threw it into the pot and said, dish it out for the people to eat. Then there was nothing harmful in the pot. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, with adequate references, this lecture may eventually become our own battle of Elijah's flour in the world of food contamination. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I want to welcome everybody to today's lecture titled The Deaths in Our Foods and Our Wide Consumption. It reminds in between. Food, a fundamental necessity for human survival, can also be a hidden threat. Behind the appealing packaging and savory flavor lies a complex web of contaminants and adulterants that jeopardize our health and well-being. Today, we will expose the alarming realities of food hazards, explore the scope of food contamination, economics of food adulteration, human toll, and the regulatory landscape. Through this lecture, we will gain a deeper understanding of the complex interplay between food safety, public health, and environment, from the large fields of industrial agriculture to the intimate tables of family gathering. Our food systems are intertwined with life, death, and natural world. Every bite we take is a testament to the delicate balance between sustenance and sacrifice. Let us uncover the truth about the deaths in our food and start a conversation that can lead to a positive change. The accident into the world of academics. Immediately after my migratory National Service Corps in 1999, I was employed into the State Department of Nigerian Police Abuja State Region, and I was quickly adapted to a field that was completely at variance with my studies in the university. I was on the job for about 2 years. When on that Sunday afternoon in Zuba, I ran into one Mr. J. Adeni Internal Chronology Adeni, the head of the Department of Food Science and Latin. Is he assistant? Who was a year ahead of being in the university. And after the exchange of pleasantries, he alleged that he went to Latin in search of a graduate assistance in the department as it was done, but after he was denied a placement by the HOD, Michael Olufisai, because of his erroneous beliefs of a reservation for Adon Olufisai, whose interest and passion was at variance with his beliefs. That allegation was taken with a pinch of salt, because I wasn't involved in any discussion with anyone along that line. After that, I couldn't locate him in Abuja or heard anything about him until I traveled to Ile-Ife about 1 year of the meeting to attend the wedding ceremony of late Mr. Ayo, a younger brother to immediate past University Liberia, Mrs. Adewale. I then after decided to pay a visit to Dr. Michael in his Ile-Ife house before returning to Abuja on that Sunday morning. On that fateful day, I was accompanied on that visit by my very good friend, Honorable Pastor Yomadojo. Suddenly, I remember the allegation from Mr. Adelito, and I reported it to Dr. Lombe, who laughed before and got me informed of the employment of Adelito into the service of Latin, Ogumosho. And he concluded that God has just used Adelito to advocate for my adventure into academics. If I will be willing, Mr. Chancellor, without this story, how could we gather here to listen to an academic lecture of this status? Otherwise, I will be somewhere else merchandising. Food contamination is a matter of serious concern, as the high concentration of chemicals present in the edibles poses serious health risks. Protecting the public from the degrees of the harmfulness of contaminated foods has become a daunting task. This lecture outlines the causes, types, and health implications of chemical contamination in food. The phrase chemical contamination is a clear indication of the presence of chemicals where they should not be, or are present in an amount that is in a higher concentration than the amount that is attributed as safe. The chemical hazards are one of the main causes of food contamination associated with foodborne disease outbreaks. The origins of chemical contaminants are various from food to the plate, namely soil, environment, disinfection byproducts, etc. Types of food contaminants. Food contaminants can be categorized into several types: environmental contaminants, processing contaminants, chemical additives, packaging contaminants. The contamination during food processing, storage, and preparation stages. These contaminations can occur at various stages of food supply chain. 1. Production and processing. 2. Transportation and storage. 3. Food packaging and contamination. And 4. Consumer handling and preparation. What are the health implications of food contamination? The health implications can be broadly categorized into 2. Acute illnesses, where we have the foodborne illnesses, and the chronic health effects, where we have the neurological disorders, cancer, reproductive health issues, and developmental disorders. The food safety incidents in Nigeria. Nigeria has experienced a number of food processing incidents in recent years, highlighting the urgent need for improved food safety regulations and consumer awareness. In April 2021, a tragic incident occurred in Kano State where 10 individuals lost their lives and hundreds more were hospitalized after consuming expired fruit juice. The incident was linked to the presence of the harmful chemical benzamine. In March 2021, at least 25 people died after consuming fried meat at a bar in Inaugural, Ogun State. While initially classified as a ritual killing, the possibility of food poisoning remains under investigation. In November 2020, around 20 people in Plateau State suffered from acute gastroenteritis after consuming kunu, a local millet-based drink. The incident was linked to the consumption of waste looted from a COVID-19 palliative storage unit. In 2020 in Ogun State, over 120 students were hospitalized after consuming beans contaminated with high levels of lindain, a pesticide used to protect the beans from pests. In January 2013, over 30 people were hospitalized and 8 fatalities were reported after consuming a contaminated dish of ugba, a fermented African oil-based seed, at a christening ceremony in Owerri. In Kafur, Katsina State, in 2012, 26 individuals, including 20 children, fell ill after consuming locally made stew, a maize dish prepared with treated vinegar intended for planting. In Rivers State, in 2011, over 100 people were hospitalized after consuming beans preserved with pesticides in Rivers State. And in Bengal and Katsina State in 2008, 112 people were hospitalized and 2 children died after consuming contaminated moi and beans. Laboratory analysis revealed high levels of toxic pesticides, including organophosphates, carbamate, penetratium, and chlorpyrifos. These incidents underscore the importance of food safety practices such as checking expiration dates, proper food storage, and hygienic food preparation. Additionally, there is a need for stronger regulatory oversight and public health surveillance to prevent future outbreaks. The factors contributing to food safety in Nigeria include, among others, infrastructural deficiencies, poor hygiene practices, misuse and abuse of agrochemicals, limited food safety knowledge, informal sector dominance, economic constraints, and regulatory challenges. The strategies that can be used to improve food safety culture include, among others, strengthening the regulatory framework, promote public health education, support small-scale food businesses, invest in infrastructure, and strengthening of international collaborations. Nigeria's food safety regulatory framework involves a multi-agency approach at the federal, state, and local government levels. Key institutions responsible for food safety include the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Ministry of Trade and Investment, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and state and local agencies. The challenges in food safety regulations include, among others, weak enforcement, informal sector dominance, consumer awareness, and infrastructure deficiency. To address these challenges, the Nigerian government developed the NPFS in 2000 and incorporated the National Policy of Food Hygiene and Safety into the National Health Policy in 2010. This policy aims to establish and maintain high standards of food hygiene and safety, prevent foodborne illnesses and protect public health, coordinate food safety efforts among different government agencies, and lastly, promote international trade in safe food. While the NPFS is a significant step forward, its implementation remains a challenge. Effective enforcement and adequate funding and public awareness campaigns are crucial to realizing its full potential. Our contributions to food safety and quality of food. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in my scholarly journey, I have collaborated with other professionals to invest time and resources to better appreciate the peculiarities of the Nigerian environment, our food processing and preparation, and other areas to promote a comprehensive approach to ensuring food safety and quality in the country. This section showcases our interventions and research efforts aimed at addressing food contamination, quality and safety issues. The quality and safety of our food supply are paramount to public health. In recent years, Nigeria has faced numerous challenges related to food safety, including contamination, adulteration, and poor hygiene practices. Our research has focused on addressing these issues and promoting sustainable food systems. This presentation will highlight our key findings and recommendations to improve food safety and quality in Nigeria. The research contribution can be categorized into 5 key areas: water quality and food safety, heavy metal contamination in food, food processing and contaminant exposure, microbial contamination of street food, chemical migration from food packaging materials. Abiona et al. 2004 conducted a study to evaluate the chemical properties of water sources used for cassava processing in selected areas of southwest Nigeria, including Inaugural, Ibadan, and Abeokuta. This study revealed very significant variations in water quality parameters such as organic matter, biological oxygen demand, chemical oxygen demand, and total solids across different sites. These findings highlight the potential impact of water quality of cassava processing and the need for appropriate water treatment, especially in areas like Abeokuta where water sources may be contaminated. In another study, Abiona et al. 2004b further investigated the quality of water used in cassava processing by assessing microbial load, heavy metal content and cyanide levels in water sources. Evidence are built from 3 locations in southwest Nigeria. The bacterial counts reflected in fecal contamination, while the detected levels of heavy metals in the water samples were within the World Health Organization's recommended limits for potable water. The continuous use of these water sources could lead to bioaccumulation of heavy metals in the human body, potentially causing health problems for both workers and consumers. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons contamination in groundwater. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, another significant environmental concern is the contamination of groundwater by polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Our research in collaboration with Adelos et al. 2013 assessed the levels of pH in groundwater samples collected from the facility of the Balogun period site in Osogbo, Nigeria. The results indicated the presence of both low and high molecular weight pH, suggesting pathogenic and pathogenic sources of contamination. These findings underscore the urgent need for comprehensive environmental monitoring and regulation to protect public health and the environment. By addressing these issues, we can ensure a sustainable future to come. Abiona et al. 2020 investigated the impact of effluent of Oshu River and 2 adjoining streams where Jale and Ashubiaro teaching hospitals emptied their effluent in Osun State. Physical-chemical water quality parameters have some probable consequences of the effluent receiving stream of the 2 hospitals into Oshu River were determined. Our research in this area has also further highlighted the significant issue of heavy metal contamination in food and water sources. These contaminants, including lead, mercury, cadmium, and arsenic, can have severe health implications. Heavy metal contamination in street foods a public health concern. The increasing urbanization and vehicular traffic in Nigeria have raised concerns about air pollution and its potential impact on food safety. Ologune and Abiona 2005 investigated the presence of heavy metals in street foods in areas with varying traffic densities in southwest Nigeria. The study revealed that street foods sold in areas with high traffic volumes had higher concentrations of heavy metals compared to those sold in low traffic areas. This suggests that vehicular emissions contribute to the contamination of street foods, while the concentration of essential metals like iron, zinc, were below toxic levels. The elevated levels of heavy metals like lead, cadmium pose significant health risks. These findings highlight the need for effective measures to reduce air pollution and protect public health, particularly in urban areas with high traffic density. Heavy metal contamination in water bodies. The increasing urbanization and industrialization in Nigeria have led to significant environmental pollution, including water contamination. Abiona et al. 2012 investigated the concentrations of some metals in the muscles of 2 fish species, Orocoris eroticus and Cleras carespanus, from Dandaroad Reservoir because of inflows of wastewaters from University College Hospital and Oyo State Secretariat in Ibadan, Nigeria. Our research in line with the findings of Abiona et al. 2012 revealed elevated levels of heavy metals such as iron, manganese, copper, zinc, lead, and mercury in fish species inhabiting the reservoir. The study revealed that the Orocoris chlorophyll neutricals add higher accumulative power for the metals than clearance gallopanols. These metals, when ingested, can accumulate in human tissues and lead to various health problems, including neurological disorders, kidney damage, and cancer. Adriana et al. 2018 assessed the levels of heavy metals in the gills, liver, and kidney of monoclonals, neutricals, and clearance gallopanols again from then their own reservoir in the body. The study found elevated levels of heavy metals such as manganese, iron, and lead in the fish tissues, particularly in the kidney. These findings suggest that the reservoir is contaminated with heavy metals, likely due to the pollution from nearby sources. The accumulation of heavy metals in fish can pose significant health risks to consumers. It is crucial to monitor water quality and implement measures to reduce pollution to protect public health. Findings from that research are presented from table 2 to table 5. Instead of biological biomarkers of heavy metal exposure in fish from that reservoir again. Adriana et al. 2019 investigated the histopathological alterations in the organs of monoclonal neutricals and clearance gallopanols harvested from that reservoir in Ibadan, Nigeria. The study revealed a range of histopathological changes, including a coagulative necrosis of neural tumors in the kidney, forming hepatocytes with large vacuoles in the liver, congestion and inflammation in the gills, tightening of the myocardial fibers and chamber congestion in the heart. The fish organs contain 0.06 to 0.90 microgram per gram lead. These alterations in the fish organs are indicative of exposure to heavy metal pollution. The accumulation of heavy metals, such as lead, manganese, and iron in fish tissues, can have adverse effects on human health, including neurological disorders, kidney damage, and cancer. Therefore, it is crucial to monitor water quality and implement effective measures to reduce pollution in aquatic environments to protect public health and the ecosystem. Figure 1 shows the Dandalu pond in the panel, while figure 2 to figure 5 shows the photomicrographs of the internal organs of the fish species that were used. Adriana et al. 2018 again investigated the presence of heavy metals in fresh and used cooking oil for street food vendors in Lagos and Ibadan, where there are heavy traffic congestion with higher influence of traffic emission. The study revealed elevated levels of heavy metals, including arsenic, mercury, lead, and cadmium in the oil samples. These findings highlight the potential health risks associated with consuming street food, as heavy metal exposure can lead to various health problems such as neurological disorders, etc. The findings suggest the need to strengthen regulatory frameworks around industrial emissions, wastewater discharge, and agricultural practices, raise public awareness about the dangers of heavy metal contamination and the importance of safe food handling practices, and investment in research to develop innovative technologies for the detection, removal, and remediation of heavy metal contamination. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, our research in food processing and contaminant exposure have demonstrated that high temperature cooking methods like deep frying can lead to the formation of harmful compounds such as trans fats and polyaromatic hydrocarbons. Smoking food can introduce contaminants, including polyaromatic hydrocarbons, into the final product, and improper food processing practices can contribute to microbial contamination and foodborne illnesses. Deep frying, a common cooking method, involves heating oil to high temperatures, 160 to 180 degrees centigrade. This process can significantly alter the fatty acid composition of the oil, affecting its quality and nutritional value. Further, et al. 2000 highlighted the detrimental effects of high temperature frying on the physical and chemical properties of oils. And then et al. 2011 further investigated the impact of frying time on the fatty acid profile of vegetable oil and palm oil. The study found that prolonged frying led to changes in the fatty acid composition of both oils. There was a decrease in the polyunsaturated fatty acid and an increase in the saturated fatty acid and monounsaturated fatty acid. These findings have significant implications for human health. Trans fats are associated with increased risk of heart disease. Therefore, it is crucial to limit the consumption of foods fried in reused oil and to opt for earlier cooking oils. Noodles have gained significant popularity in Nigeria, making it essential to assess their nutritional quality. Abiola et al. 2012 investigated the fatty acid profiles of 3 commercially available noodle brands in Nigeria. The study identified a range of fatty acids in the noodle samples, including saturated, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated fatty acids. While the high content of saturated fatty acids in one of the samples could pose health risks, the presence of unsaturated fatty acids, particularly hyaluronic acid, suggests some nutritional benefits. However, the susceptibility of the hyaluronic acid to oxidation could impact the quality and shelf life of the noodles. Overall, this study highlights the importance of considering the fatty acid profile when choosing noodle brands. Consumers should opt for products with a higher proportion of unsaturated fatty acids and lower levels of saturated fats to promote healthier dietary choices. Traditional food processing techniques, such as smoking and drying, can significantly impact the nutritional quality of food. Abiola et al. 2019 examined the effects of over-drying and smoking on the fatty acid profile of blenders and products. The study found that the duration of drying and smoking influenced the levels of unsaturated and saturated fatty acids in the fish oil. While smoking can enhance the flavor and shelf life of fish, it can also lead to the formation of harmful compounds such as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, which are known carcinogens. Therefore, it is essential to optimize smoking processes to minimize the formation of these compounds and preserve the nutritional value of the fish. Smoking is a common food preservation technique that involves exposing food to smoke from burning wood or other materials. While smoking can enhance the flavor and shelf life of fish, it can also introduce contaminants, including polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Abiola et al. 2020 investigated the impact of smoking duration on the accumulation of pH in blenders and panels. The study found that longer smoking times resulted in higher levels of pH in the fish tissue. This is due to the increased exposure to smoke, which contains various carcinogenic compounds. The findings highlight the need for careful control of smoking conditions to minimize the formation of pH by optimizing factors such as smoking temperature, duration, and the type of wood used. It is possible to reduce the risk of polyaromatic hydrocarbon contamination and ensure the safety and quality of smoked fish products. Abiola et al. 2021 investigated the presence of polyaromatic hydrocarbons in roasted plantain samples from different locations in Osogbo. The study revealed significant levels of polyaromatic hydrocarbons, particularly higher molecular weight pH, which are known to be carcinogenic. The 8 mmol carcinogenic pH constitutes about 32% of the total pH, which is a marker for carcinogenicity, was found to be 9%. Comparing these results with the regulatory limits, all the analyzed roasted plantain samples were found below the maximum residual limit of 5 micrograms per kilogram, but the risk associated with the consumption of the roasted plantain may arise as a result of bowel accumulation. Food processing and contaminant exposure. The processing of food, such as frying and smoking, can introduce contaminants into the final product. Abiola et al. 2011 examined the impact of frying on the fatty acid profile of vegetable oil and palm oil. The study found that prolonged frying can lead to the formation of harmful compounds, such as trans fats, which can increase the risk of heart disease. Additionally, Abiola et al. 2019 investigated the effects of smoking duration on pH accumulation in smoked catfish. The study revealed that longer smoking times resulted in higher levels of pH, highlighting the importance of optimizing smoking processes to minimize contaminant formation. These findings emphasize the need for stricter regulations and improved food safety practices to protect public health. By understanding the sources of contamination and implementing effective control measures, we can reduce the exposure to harmful substances and ensure the safety and quality of our foods. Abiola et al. 2019 determined the levels of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in fresh and barbecued meats that we normally call asu and suya. They were sold and consumed from 6 different locations within Osogbo metropolis in Osun State. Nigeria, with the aim of ascertaining their potential toxicity, the result of this study indicates that the barbecue meat and so and suya after preparation has high level of pyrene, fluorantine, atrazine, and phenanthrene than other constituents due to the continuous exposure to fire during grilling. The pH distribution provided in the so and suya analyzed indicated significant contamination. Microbial contamination of street foods. Street food constitutes a double-edged sword. It constitutes a vibrant and affordable culinary scene that has become increasingly popular worldwide, including in Nigeria. It offers convenience and cultural diversity. It also presents significant public health risks, particularly related to microbial contamination. In Oyafaja et al. 2024, we assessed the microbiological safety of street-vended tofu in Ghanaian delicacy between February and March 2023. It was observed that despite the awareness of food safety knowledge by the vendors, majority of the samples had a high microbial hazard according to microbiological specifications for ready-to-eat foods of the United Kingdom Health Protection Agency. Similarly, metagenomics analysis reflected that there was a relative abundance of 63.40%, 18.17%, 0.05, and 8.43% of genus New Zealand Lactobacillus, Vibrio, and unclassified bacterial species in the tofuno source. The presence of pathogens as well as non-conformity of indicator organisms can, to food safety standards, reflected the poor safety practices of vendors, and thus suggest that street-vended tofuno in Osogbo, Nigeria is relatively unsafe for consumption. The findings suggest the need to enforce strict hygienic practices, preparation services, such as regular hand washing of food handlers, proper cleaning, and sanitation of food preparation services and utensils, and safe storage of food to prevent contamination. It is also important to ensure the use of clean and potable water for food preparation and cleaning. Also, there is a need to raise awareness about food safety practices and the risks associated with consuming contaminated food. In assessing the pesticide residues in hog fish, Inaugural et al. 2023 evaluated the level of pesticide residues in oxlow fish in some selected towns in Osun State, Nigeria. The samples were analyzed for some selected persistent organic pollutants, including organochlorin, organophosphate, pesticides. The analysis revealed significant detections of organochlorin and organophosphate residues in all smoked fish from the sampled tanks. The detected residues were mainly linguine, ATS, DDT, aggregate, beta-hexane, and endosulfan. The concentration of these compounds exceeded the maximum limit set for these persistent organic pollutants by the relevant agencies. The result of this study indicated that there is a high level of contamination of POP residues in oxlow fish from some selected towns in Osun State, Nigeria. Therefore, there is a need to put in place measures to reduce the exposure of consumers to POP residues through oxlow fish in the state. The chromatographs of the findings are presented in Figure 6, A, B, and C. Inaugural et al. 2023 also evaluated bitter migrations from PET bottles into some selected drinks with emphasis on storage periods. The results showed that various pitalates were detected at different concentrations. The following pitalates: diethyl pitalate, dimethyl pitalate, diphenyl pitalate, diazobutyl pitalate, diacylbutyl pitalate, and approprial pitalate were determined in all bottled water samples with concentrations ranging from 0.28 microgram per liter to 9.99 microgram per liter. The concentration of the pitalate increases as the storage month increases. However, there are some reduction in the concentration as the storage increases. These may not be connected with the commencement of rainfalls, which invariably had a negative impact on the intensity of sunlight. Conclusively, it was established that as the storage period increases, the concentration of pitalate also increases, and that it is advisable to educate retailers and consumers on the need to stop outdoor storage of these drinks so that these migrations will not be triggered by the heat from sunlight in order to avert the risks related to injection of petaid. Also, the chronogram are presented in figure 7, A, B, and C. Agenda in 2023 evaluated the effect of solid period of last phenols, migration from plastic and cans into some selected PET bottles and cans. There are significant differences among the results obtained. The study concluded that PET bottled water and canned drinks stored under direct sunlight or rays for a long period of time can influence the migration of mass phenols and subsequently increase the concentrations with a high risk of being carcinogenic. Results presented in table 8A and B. Good manufacturing practices of bakers within agriculture, using potassium bromate content of bread samples as an index. Bread production is a widespread industry that provides a staple food for millions. However, the process involves several safety risks, including computational hazards, contamination, and allergens. Adriana et al. 2024 in bread identifies and assess the safety issues in bread production, highlighting the need for improved safety measures. Breads are obtained from 10 bakeries in agriculture, and measures are taken to test the safety of the bread. The presence of bromate, even at low levels, in bread samples from agriculture raises concerns about food safety and warrants further investigation. In this particular study, all the bread samples evaluated contained bromate. The analysis revealed a range of bromate content from 0.009 microgram per kilogram to 0.37 microgram per kilogram, with a mean of around 0.022 microgram per kilogram, indicating variability across the samples. To contextualize these findings, it is crucial to establish the regulatory limits for bromate in bread and understand the potential health implications of chronic exposure to low bromate levels. Conclusively, these findings suggest the need to enhance food regulatory and enforcement framework, educate consumers about food safety practices and the risks associated with contaminated food, improve food processing practices, and develop and promote the use of safer packaging materials that can minimize the migration of harmful chemicals into food products. Our recommendations. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, based on the identified issues of food contamination and adulteration, the following recommendations are proposed to improve food safety in Nigeria. In strengthening the regulatory framework and enforcement, government should enhance the capacity of regulatory bodies like NAFDAC to effectively enforce food safety regulations. Government should establish NAFDAC offices at the local government level to facilitate better monitoring and enforcement. Government should employ qualified food scientists and technologists and other professionals to strengthen regulatory capacities. And in promoting good agricultural and manufacturing practices, government should enforce strict adherence to GAPs and DAPs in food production and processing. Monitor pesticide and fertilizer use to minimize residues in food products and implement rigorous quality control measures at all stages of food production and processing. In enhancing consumer awareness and education, government should launch public awareness campaigns to educate consumers about food safety practices such as proper food handling, storage and preparation. Promote the importance of reading food labels and checking expiration dates, and encourage consumers to report suspected cases of foodborne illnesses. In fostering public-private partnership, government should collaborate with industry stakeholders, academia, and international organizations to share knowledge and expertise, promote research and development in food safety and technology, and encourage the adoption of innovative technologies like blockchain for traceability and IoT sensors for monitoring food quality. And in modernizing food safety infrastructures, government should, as a matter of importance, develop mobile applications to provide real-time information on food safety, alerts, and recalls. Launching of the National Food Safety Laboratory in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, where technology and innovation will be deployed. For example, the use of blockchain for traceability, which is deficient in NAFDAC Act, IoT sensors for temperature monitoring, DNA testing for contamination detection, and artificial intelligence for predictive analytics. And lastly, development of mobile apps for food safety education. It is my belief that if these comprehensive approaches are put in place, they will address critical issues and areas that will ensure safe food in Nigeria. Acknowledgements. Dear God, I come before you with a heart full of gratitude and praise. From my childhood to my university days and beyond, your guidance and blessings have been my constant companion. Your mercy and grace have seen me through every stage of my life, and I'm humbled by your faithfulness. Thank you for the gift of life, for the privilege of sharing my expertise, and for the joy of presenting my inaugural lecture. May my words and actions continue to glorify you, and may my life be a testament to your goodness and love. My parents, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues and honored guests, as I stand here today, I am reminded of the sacrifices and support of those who have shaped my journey. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the two people who have had the most profound impact on my life, my late parents. Though they are no longer with us, their love, guidance, and encouragement continue to inspire me. May their memory be a blessing to all of us, and may their influence continue to inspire me to make a positive impact in the world. My siblings, as I stand here today, I am filled with gratitude for the unwavering support and guidance of my two senior brothers, Dr. Yadede Abdullah and Engineer Abdullah. Dr. Abdullah, you will stand up for recognition. Engineer Abdullah is family in the kingdom, and my junior brother, Mr. Abdullah. During the challenging times of 2020 to early 2024, they were my work, my confidence, and my pillars of strength. Your presence in my life has made me a better person, and I am honored to call you my brothers. I also want to thank Mrs. Olasumba Abiola, if you are here, stand up for recognition, for her efforts on my family prior to January 2024, and most importantly, beyond that date. May my good work reward you very richly. My Vice Chancellors, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Vice Chancellors who have played a significant role in shaping my academic journey. From Professor Owen, who admitted me as an undergraduate student, to late Professor A.M. Salau, who employed me as a teaching assistant in London, and Professor M. Ologunde, my academic father, B.Tech project supervisor, role model, and confidant. If you are here, stand up for recognition, sir. I also appreciate the Vice Chancellor for the University, who have contributed to my growth and development. Professor Shalaki, Professor Occasional, who gave me my first administrative role, Professor Gelili Alamu, and Professor Labade Pukola, an administrator par excellence. Under whom I served as Dean of Students for 4 consecutive academic sessions. Your leadership and mentorship have been invaluable. I am grateful to the current Vice Chancellor, Professor Clement Adeboye, for creating an enabling environment for the establishment of the yet-to-be-inaugurated Faculty of Food Science and Consumer Studies, and the addition of 3 new programs, Brewing and Brewing Technology, Hotel and Catering Management, and Farming and Consumer Science to complement the existing Department of Food Science and Technology in the new faculty. And for its unwavering support and commitment to my personal development and family concerns. Sir, specific mention must be made of your contributions towards the enjoyment of labor movement activities in Osun State University. Sir, I remember my deliberate trip to the campus in 2010 and our planned meeting under the mango tree. I'm very sure you will remember it now, sir. Under the mango tree, we have strategies were mapped out on how to commence labor activities in the university. On that fateful date, you remarked that even insects in their creatures are, I thank God Almighty, that those strategies work well, and the mystery behind them remains a secret between Professor Clement Adeboye and the then Mr. Abiola Olusegun Oladapo. No wonder that you have been able to handle staff welfare matters almost flawlessly. I must also appreciate your family for allowing you to come holidays in Canada for a physical attendance at this lecture. Sir, I can't thank you enough for the leadership that has created an enabling environment for academic excellence. Lastly, I want to appreciate Professor Sunday Fashina, who is represented by Professor Tope Babatope, the Vice Chancellor of the Federal University of Ekiti. You are here, stand up for the information, please. For providing me with the opportunity to utilize my sabbatical leave in this university, and for his beliefs in my capacities, evident by the special roles and assignments he gave me while in Florida for 1 year. Thank you, esteemed Vice Chancellors, for your guidance, support, and leadership. You are the Lovely Council. I would like to appreciate the Pro-Chancellor of this university, Professor Wale Oladipo, for your efforts in firing this university to greatness. May our good Lord continue to assist you in that honorable task. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to Osun State University Governing Council under the leadership of late Professor Gabriel Olawani and Professor Yusuf Olawani, SAN. Both councils play significant roles in my academic journey, and I'm grateful for their contributions. Although the council led by Professor Olawani made the decision to terminate my employment in 2015, I have come to realize that this period of interregnum was a blessing in disguise. It allowed me to focus on my research and publish manuscripts that have been pending, which later became crucial for my promotion when the new guidelines were introduced in 2017. Since that time, I have learned to appreciate all manners of negativity. I appreciate the council led by Professor Yusuf Olawani SAN for reinstating me in 2017, giving me a second chance to continue my academic career. Professor Yusuf Olawani promised to be here. I don't know whether he's here. Your decision demonstrated a commitment to fairness and justice. My LSC appraised supervisor, who is unavoidably absent here today, is hooked up on budget defense in Abuja, but he is presently online with us. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my academic mentor, Professor Latif Oladile Soni, Executive Director, Nigerian Stockholder Research Institute in Ilorin, and a researcher par excellence, who guided and supervised me throughout my MSc and PhD journeys. Your wisdom, expertise, and unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping me into the scholar I am today. Your door was always open, offering guidance, encouragement, and constructive criticism when needed. Your belief in me, even when I doubted myself, was a constant source of motivation. Your supervision was a masterclass in academic excellence, and your impact on my research and personal growth is immeasurable. I am forever grateful for the opportunity to have learned from someone as exceptional as you. Thank you, Professor Soni, for your dedication, mentorship, and unwavering support. Your influence has made a lasting impact on my academic trajectory, and I aspire to emulate your academic excellence and mentorship qualities. Ladies and gentlemen, I call on you all to help acknowledge his outstanding mentorship, academic leadership, and contributions to my career. My teachers, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate the dedicated teachers who have shaped my academic journey from Methodist High School in Malaysia to the former University of Arts and Science in Ife, Lagos University of Technology in Kumosho, and Federal University of Agriculture in Beokuta. I have been fortunate to have had exceptional educators who have guided me every step of the way. Your collective impact on my life has been profound. I am proud to have had the opportunity to learn from you, and I hope to make you proud as I continue on this academic journey. Senator Dr. Bashir Ajibula Solidity, SIG, who is unavoidably absent here, is far away outside the country, but I'm sure he's also online, and he's ably represented by STBC Abalola. If you are here, stand up for the competition. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and a legal luminary, Senator Dr. Bashir Ajibula Solidity, the National Secretary of the ruling party APC, and his family. Your unwavering support and guidance during my darkest hour like a beacon of hope. When I was unjustly sacked from leadership, you instituted a pro-bono lawsuit and the and expertise led to my eventual statement after a 2-year absence. Your financial assistance during that period was a lifeline, helping me to weather the storm. Your kindness, generosity, and commitment to justice are traits that inspire me and many others. Thank you, SIU, for your selfless support, legal brilliance, and unwavering belief in me. Your contributions to my journey have been valuable, and I'm forever grateful. Because you have done all of this, I pray that Almighty Allah shall bring all your thoughts into fruition. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the National Secretariat of ASU for their unwavering support and solidarity during my legal struggle. Your financial support and your advocacy were instrumental in helping me navigate the challenging times. ASU's commitment to fighting for rights of academic staff and standing against victimization is truly commendable, and I'm grateful to have benefited from it. My friends, to my friends and schoolmates, from St. Clair's Nursery and Primary School Oshogo to Methodist High School in Ilesha, they are very represented there, to my beloved University, Lautech, Ogumosho. I am honored to have shared this academic journey with you. Your camaraderie, support, and friendships have made a significant impact on my life. From late night study sessions to lively discussions and debates, we have shared moments that have shaped our minds and souls. Your encouragement and support have been a constant source of strength, pushing me to strive for excellence. I am grateful for the latter memories and experiences we have shared, both within and outside the university walls. You have been my rock, my confidence, and my partners in these academic and social endeavors. I can't thank you enough for your financial contributions, but most sincerely, I am proud to call you my friends and colleagues. Lautech Alumni Association. The afflicting support of Lautech Alumni Association and members are powerfully acknowledged. Special mention must be made of all former presidents who the current global president in Inaugural Bankers, Executive Director, Marine and Operations, Nigeria Port Authority represents, for their labor of love around me always. May God Almighty continue to prosper and enlarge the cause and capacities of Lautech Alumni Association. Thank you for the continuous recognition of my roles as the Permanent National Secretary of the Association. University community. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the principal officers, provosts, deans, directors, HODs, my colleagues, and staff members of the State University, College of Science, Engineering and Tech, Faculty of Basic and Applied Sciences, and Department of Food Science and Technology. Your support, guidance, and encouragement have been invaluable to me throughout my journey. Despite my sometimes radical approach to issues, you have shown patience, understanding, and belief in me. Your efforts have helped train me into the scholar I am today. I appreciate your collective contributions. Your dedication to our university and our students is inspiring, and I'm honored to work alongside such a talented and committed team. I am grateful to be part of this community, and I look forward to continue my journey together. I also want to appreciate the Directorate of Works, Maintenance, and Physical Planning under the leadership of Engineer Deposit for always ensuring that our safety is always guaranteed in our constructed buildings. We cannot be talking of safety in food without talking about the safety of humans walking around the four corners of it. Thank you, Directorate of Works. My new family, to my dear daughters, Omotolani and Omotoyose, you are the lights that illuminate my life. You can stand up for the congregation, both of them are here. Omotolani and Omotoyose, stand up for the congregation. You are the light that illuminate my life. Your love, support, and encouragement have been my driving force. I am proud of the intelligent, kind, and strong young ladies you are becoming. Your mother, my late mother, Mrs. Abiola, will have been proud of this moment. There she is no longer with us. Our memory and legacy live on in our hearts. I cherish the fond memories of our life together, and I'm grateful for the love and support she showed me when here with us. Exactly 1 year ago, we lost our beloved wife and mother. But the impact of our life continues to inspire us. I remember our wish and plans to celebrate this achievement. And I do accordingly to our wish with a mix of joy and gratitude to God Almighty. Thank you, Omotolani and Omotoyose, for being my rock, my inspiration, and my everything. I love you both there. To all invited guests who are physically and virtually present, sincerely appreciate your presence. May our good God reward you accordingly. Dr. Mrs. Juliana Akindele, my successor as Dean in the Student Affairs Unit of the University, your efforts on language editing is highly appreciated. And I can't but be grateful to Abel Manamosi for all the contributions you made towards the delivery of this lecture. To everyone who gave moral and financial support towards the organization and delivery of this lecture, may God reward you in multiple folds. Let's recommend the Mercedes community is also here. I want to appreciate Dr. Enoch Adu, the second, the Honorary of the Mercedes, and the Honorary Council for the love I have received from the community. And most importantly, the physical presence of Kabesi in this great hall. I also want to thank Mr. Shana Adoni, President of the Mercedes Progressive Association and President, Chartered Institute of Taxation Nigeria, for his beliefs in me. Sir, you can stand up for the convention. The immediate past president of the Mercedes Progressive Association, Engineer Lasun Olajulo, if you are here also, stand up for the convention. Should be here. Honorable myself as Secretary of the Association is also present physically. Sir, I thank you for the special interest you have in me and for all that you do. May God continue to prosper you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, distinguished guests and great leaders family, I thank you for finding time to attend this inaugural lecture. Your attentions meant much for the delivery. May we all get back to our various destinations in the same safe manner we arrived to Shogo. Thank you.
As I always say when I listen to very beautiful lectures, you have listened to an inaugural lecture. Not because I'm in the bias of food, but because of the content. And I could see the Pro-Chancellor nodding his head many times. You will not know that the Pro-Chancellor is a nuclear chemist. And his EIA consultancies are mainly on this subject matter. That he did for over 32 years at the Center for Energy Research at Obafemi Awolowo University. Mr. Pro-Chancellor, I saw you nodding your head many times. And I could see everybody listening with rapt attention. And I cut my holiday short to be out to them. This university has been very lucky in the last 3 years. Last 2 months, Babalowo himself was here, seated here, and spent more than 5 hours with us on this campus. Dr. Dijadebeke was here with us. And many of us, many big people in this state were here. And today again, the governor in this university, the man who sits on the seat of Mr. Governor, as the Pro-Chancellor of this university is here, Professor Joel Inaugural. One thing that I have to say, you know, I'm not frivolous, I don't have time for rubbish. But this man should be recognized. It will be immoral, irresponsible, and immodest if he sits here today and we don't recognize him. Some of us may not have seen him personally before. Pro-Chancellor, sir, with very due respect, I ask you to stand up. Because I need these people to show appreciation to you. He's here, that's why I'm I included it. After including it, he met the governor in Abuja. And there, they called me, the Excellency called me himself. He said, when I arrived in Osogbo, come and meet me in my house in the day. I took the paper to him. The paper was approved that day. We paid the salary by implementation, and we paid the arrears complete 1 year. Thank you, Master, on behalf of this university. Please stand up. I'm here, former Commissioner for Information. Moshood State, you're welcome. People are online, many of them. Dr. Ajibola Bashir is around, he's online. And one thing I want to tell you about Dr. Ajibola Bashir, before he went to serve as senator, he taught in our College of Law for 5 years without collecting the cover. From the university. 5 years, teaching about 4 or 5 courses in a year. We thank you very much, Honorable Bashir. Deputy Vice Chancellor is around too, Professor Anthony Kola Olusoya is online. All other people online, we appreciate you so much for being part of this lecture. My concluding notes, very short. 1. Inaugural lectures are held on Thursdays at 2 p.m. I granted a waiver for this because today is a significant day in the life of Professor Sheye Abiodun. So it is not a routine, it's a special waiver granted to him. And finally, what has Professor Abiodun told you? Watch what you eat. On this note, I have declared this inaugural lecture.
He wanted,